Welcome. Today my HR team and I will take you through our plan to guide our most valuable resource, our people, through the transformation of Easinvest, from a local success story to a global enterprise. We'll firstly recap for you the structure of our business, what it is now and what it will become. We will then highlight to you what you should expect, the challenges and the opportunities that we will face along the way, and what our recommendations are to address these, whilst holding fast to our vision and our strong team culture, the very reason why we're here today. Currently, we have head office in Melbourne with 2 sales offices in London and New York. Administrative and quality assurance functions are based in Melbourne. In future, we will relocate head office to New York, back office administrative functions will relocate to India, and quality assurance will relocate to China. Melbourne will reduce in size to house our research and development team and will now report to New York. Our company structure will now be represented like this. Whilst this sounds good in theory, if this growth is not managed well, it poses many challenges for our team and our culture, and therefore our ability to achieve our vision.
This is a story about Easinvest, a small company founded in Melbourne which was fast becoming a global enterprise. The Melbourne team originally comprised the executive officers, 2 managing directors, Bob and Betty, and the minions who'd worked very hard to make the company the success that it was. The team of executives have all recently moved to New York. Bob and Betty have been asked to head up new offices in India and China. And Betty's thrilled to be spending her next 18 months in China establishing the office there. She doesn't quite know what the job roles for her team will be yet, so she hasn't recruited anyone. But she'll be fine. She's got great ideas, including establishing a staff Facebook page and painting the office red because it's her favourite colour. Betty doesn't really understand the Chinese culture, does she? Bob landed in Bangalore a month ago and is feeling lost after recently appointing 12 people to his team. Things are chaotic. He doesn't understand how to make the group work together, and there seem to be cliques forming already. He just really wants them to all get along while he decides what their roles are going to be. He needs help, but every time he tries to connect with HR in Melbourne, the video conferencing fails. The situation is also affecting the customers, as there's no customer service team left in Melbourne. And let's look at the minions. They've done so well making the company a success, and as a reward, they've lost their jobs or been left behind. The minions aren't happy. No one spoke to them about the changes that were coming or thought about how it would impact on them. None of them were asked if they'd like to take up positions in the new offices, and 2 of the IT support team originated from India, so they would have loved to take up a role there. They could have helped train and orientate the new recruits, and perhaps even help Bob. The values the company's been based on look like they're changing. Teams clearly aren't the soul of the company anymore. And so we end this cautionary tale with a word from the company's recently appointed CEO.
In contrast, if we manage this transition well, the experience provides great opportunities and outcomes could be very different. It could look like this.
Hi, Jane here, just checking in from New York. Thanks for the opportunity to share my experience with you. I'm really excited about being part of the team here and my contribution to the growth at Easinvest. So I was relocated to New York with the executive team as the office manager when our directors moved from Melbourne. Just to give you an idea of where we are, here's a few shots from around the block. We're going really well here. We're a happy team and we're getting settled. There are only a few of us for now, but we feel really valued. The move was handled really well and I've had a lot of support. I was able to seek help with relocation and some financial assistance too. There was heaps of communication to keep me informed and I feel listened to when I've had questions or worries. We've had a confidential email to HR that we could use for any concerns without needing to feel uncomfortable speaking up in meetings. The weekly executive updates on the intranet were also really informative, honest and reassuring. We have great facilities and resources here. We have a local HR team who are based close by, who have been recruiting and inducting our new workers. We have lots of team development as we are quite diverse in our backgrounds and experience. We've had a good orientation program and have regular team building activities. I also have a local mentor who supports me with anything I'm unsure about, and lots of support from the Melbourne office through our fantastic IT links, as long as I remember the time difference. The team is coming together really well. We all work towards common goals, but we all understand our individual responsibilities. We have shared targets and a great reward and recognition program. This isn't just our bonus, but we have gifts, nights out and dinners, and we're getting to know our colleagues really well and understand the local culture and how they do things around here. I'm really happy to be part of the transformational change at Easinvest. Hopefully the new offices in China and India will have a similar experience and soon be up and running as well as we are. Thanks.
Human Resources Plan. We recommend a 3-step approach in our Human Resources Plan throughout 2016 and 2017. 1. Implementing our talent strategy throughout 2016 will set the business up for success with the right people in place to deliver our vision. 2. Our team effectiveness strategy will be implemented throughout 2017 to ensure our teams are performing at a high level. And 3, underpinning these 2 stages will be implementation of our communication strategy to ensure staff are informed and motivated at all times to deliver on our goals and vision. Firstly, we will take you through our talent strategy, which we will roll out throughout 2016. In order to quickly mobilise in India and China, we need to start recruitment in these areas. Socialisation is the means by which an organisation will bring new employees into their culture. At Easinvest, we will focus on the 3 key areas of socialisation in our recruitment plan. Firstly, anticipation. Our first step is to focus on our talent. Our new recruits for Bangalore and Shanghai must be screened by the agency and then by us, not just based on skills, but based on their fit with our organisation. Secondly, accommodation. A robust orientation and onboarding plan will be vital. Day 1 through to day 90 should be mapped out and implemented prior to the employee commencing and be managed by an existing employee, a buddy who fits our values and our culture. This will assist with onboarding of the new employee, but also with engagement and reward of the existing employee. This should focus on an understanding of their role in the organisation, the relationships that they need to build, and the tasks that they will be undertaking. In addition, the physical office environment must also be reviewed for all of our offices. It must reflect our values as a team and be an inviting and warm space that fosters our collaboration, communication, and continuous improvement. Lastly, effective role management is required once teams are established, to manage conflict and stress if present, and to ensure the job satisfaction of our new employees. We also have a huge responsibility to our existing talent, and we need to evaluate our team that will remain as to their fit with our culture and values. All employees should be assessed as to their adherence to our values. Redeployment and redundancy may occur, and it is vital that this is handled with respect and dignity, with adequate packages and consultancy provided for future placement for those employees that may or may not be leaving us. In order to ensure our culture is maintained on an ongoing basis, we also need to make changes to our reward and recognition plan, so it links clearly with team rewards to the way that they are embodying our culture in everything that they do. We will focus on quarterly people and succession planning processes that will clearly align our promotions to individuals living and breathing our culture. And we will create a weekly CEO communication platform to ensure regular team updates and continued enforcement of values and examples of where these are positively impacting our results. Our team effectiveness strategy will be delivered throughout 2017. In order to support our managers to successfully lead their teams, we will provide training to better understand the stages of team development and how to produce effectiveness. As new teams are established, managers should be supported in understanding the stages, specifically in understanding that the higher diversity of teams, the likelihood of higher confusion and uncertainty in these formative stages. Managers must ensure a shared team purpose and goals and provide clarity of individuals' roles in contributing to this. From here, storming is a natural phase and may be displayed as conflict and discontent. This is a natural process and a more cohesive team generally forms as a result. Eventually, team members begin to cooperate and collaborate and establish norms. This leads to teams that are committed and share a sense of purpose and ultimately perform. Existing teams may regress back to earlier stages when destabilisers arise. The Melbourne R&D team, therefore, will need to be monitored closely to watch for regression due to changes taking place around them. HR aims to support Easinvest to develop highly effective teams. By supporting all stages of team development and working to a model of team effectiveness, the company will be well placed to achieve its IPO. There is a need to ensure adequate time is devoted to working with the team to define its mission, its goals, and its strategy. Managers should establish teamwork processes such as KPIs and manage interpersonal processes by establishing norms. Once teams are achieving the required outputs, teams should be monitored to ensure task satisfaction and motivation levels remain high, which will promote a sense of well-being. If members of the team believe in the ability to be effective, are cohesive, and have a shared understanding of tasks, roles, and individual abilities, they will have all of the ingredients of a highly effective team. Lastly, our communication strategy. In order to support the virtual team structure across 5 nations, the overarching glue that will hold the implementation of our talent and team effectiveness strategies will be our communication plan. You can never communicate enough with our people, and the more information they hear during this phase, the more confident and empowered they will be to deliver our company goals and vision. Rich media is required. No, we're not talking about James Packer. Rich media content will be provided weekly from our executive team with storytelling at its forefront. In addition to their regular face-to-face contact with their line managers, we will communicate with all employees on a weekly basis via a short interview with our CEO. This will be sent via a video link to all staff each week to provide updates and information on the transition and reinforce our vision and values. All team members will have the ability to also anonymously send questions and feedback to the CEO and HR team via the email question box. The appropriate infrastructure is vitally important to foster collaboration and a shared understanding of the business and goals across teams, and the business will need to invest heavily in this to support our teams. HR requirements. HR requirements to deliver this plan will be a HR representative throughout the entire timeline to support the development of high-performing, cohesive global teams. This will be required in each location, and recruitment and consulting throughout 2016 in India and China. Thank you for your time today, and we look forward to working with you throughout the next 18 months to deliver this plan.